For coming today. We're joined by our transformation leadership team, and we're very eager to hear how we're leveraging AI as a business opportunity throughout the next quarter. Yes, I heard on Wall Street that AI and agile are really dominating the marketplace, so I'm very eager to hear how we are moving towards that with urgency. Yeah, when my dad started this company, we were on the forefront of innovation. We should have robots delivering our entire service offering. There's really no need for people in the organization anymore. That's what investors want to hear. Thank you for having me today. I think we definitely need to align on where we're at and just the capabilities of the organization at this point. That's why I put together this current state analysis to talk about how our core data architecture is very siloed. And in fact, over 70% of our core operations are still being run on programs like Excel. This is exactly why you need to be agile. If you were using it correctly, you should be able to double your output from last quarter using AI. Just put all of your spreadsheets into ChatGPT. Tell AI to build us a system around using more of the AIs. Okay, just so we're on the same page, agile is not about working faster at all costs. It's about reducing waste and focusing on the most valuable work while improving our adaptability. If we were to do what you're saying, try and double down without changing any of our broken processes or fixing our data, we're at a huge risk of just overworking our teams and seeing lower quality output. Does that make sense? My dad did not build this company on excuses. We need less excuses and more of the AIs. Well, it's not about excuses as much as you might think that. It's about capability. Right now, we're running on these outdated systems that don't even allow us to be able to set an infrastructure for AI because this board hasn't invested in any sort of modern technology. You're asking me how robots can bring your coffee and stupid shit about virtual assistants when we don't even have an integrated data pipeline. We'll get to the data later. We need to be able to put AI-driven, agile digital transformation in our press release next week. You can put it on a billboard outside the entrance if you want. I don't care. You can write it in your diary. But the fact is, that's not realistic without giving our team the foundations, and we need to fund those. Modern platforms, clean data, system integration. My team is ready. We're not giving excuses. We're here to be bold, thinking, and agile, whatever else you want us to be. But at the end of the day, unless you start to invest in infrastructure funding, then AI is not realistic for us. That sounds expensive, and I have a life and estate to fund in the south of France. So is there a way to do that without spending any money? And we need to do it with half the workforce because the shareholders are pressuring us to be more hybrid. This is ridiculous. I mean, you can spend zero money if you want, but you'll have zero AI. But if the perception is the only goal, then why don't you just tell everyone that you're AI first? You'll look innovative in the headlines while still somehow trying to reconcile that Excel is actually behind the scenes. That's genius. You know what? You're going places here, Sonny. And we'll announce that we're a 100% agile organization as well. I was joking, but we're not. You know what? My dad always said it's more about the story than it is the product. So this really fits. We don't need the robots to bring us coffee, per se, as long as all of the media is saying that we could have them. Excellent. Let's drop it in the morning. Great meeting, everybody. Because apparently that's the story of this company, innovative in the press and prehistoric in practice. Got it.